Hello and welcome to another live edition of the Sewing Report. I'm Jennifer Moore, your host, and it is Sunday, November 26th. Hope you're having a good holiday weekend. You got some Thanksgiving leftovers, you got some Black Friday shopping done. You're gearing up for Cyber Monday. Every week we do a show, and this time I actually intend to be live. I'm going to get into this a little bit later, but if you can't tell immediately from the thumbnail, I recently got Photoshop, and this show might be a little bit shorter today because after I jump off this computer, James is going to get on it and hopefully fix some of the problems we have because this computer seems to be cursed. Yeah, especially in the last week, I've just had a lot of really weird issues with it. So welcome if you're watching live or if you're watching the replay. Thank you so much. Be sure to like this video so you can get notified about more. If you're not a subscriber, feel free to consider subscribing. If you like sewing, you're interested in sewing, or you just maybe want to see what a train wreck I become. I don't know. So we will see what happens. Anyways, it's a special day today for me because I decided to wear a faux fur vest because nothing says holidays like pink faux fur. And in case you're wondering, I got this vest from the children's department at Target. So thank you guys so much. And so, alright, so judging by the thumbnail, hello Vic, we've got Mila, Snow Bunny, and Stephanie here. I know some of you guys are watching in Canada or maybe the UK. I know Snow Bunny, you're in Las Vegas, right? So I saw this story about NASA. This is not really a news story, but it's pretty cool. It's out of this world. So I thought I would talk a little bit about it and share. But yeah, so I got Photoshop. So I went a little bit crazy with the thumbnail and I had a lot of fun. I think Photoshop is very cool. I like what you can do with it. So anyways, let me show you some photos here. Yay. All right, hold on a second. Okay, I don't know why these photos are not... Okay, here we go. These photos are not really showing up very well. Okay, so NASA has this thing called the Jet Propulsion Lab in Pasadena, California, right? And I did not know this, but I saw a couple stories about this week, so I thought it would be cool to share it. So NASA has a team of seamstresses they hire because, I mean, when you think about it, pretty much most industries have something that involves textiles. So they use this special, like, reflective material, like, what is it, mylar or something like that. And they make thermal blankets. I also read that, obviously, I guess I was reading that Playtex seamstresses made spacesuits for the astronauts. I just think this is very cool. So let me find some more photos. Hold on a second. Okay, so this is Lien Pham. I'm not really sure if I'm pronouncing that right. But and all these photos are, of course, courtesy of NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory. And I've linked to the website below. And I've also linked to a really cool NBC News video they did about it. So this lady, Lien Pham, has been making thermal blankets at NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory for 16 years. So... and basically it says, just as clothing can be sewn too tight or too loose, thermal blankets, the glinting material each spacecraft is wrapped in to regulate its temperature, which is pretty important because if they don't have those thermal blankets and can't regulate temperature, I imagine things wouldn't work out too well for the astronauts, right? They have to be cut to form. A thermal blanket has to provide just the right amount of heat, not too much and not too little for the spacecraft to operate correctly. And I imagine they have to do other things to make sure that no air can get through that. Because obviously when you're sewing, it punctures holes in it. So that would be interesting. So Pham is a member of Flight Technician Services, a group at JPL that contributes to all stages of spacecraft assembly. Her particular team designs and fabricates the protective thermal blankets and is called the Shield Shop. I just think that's really awesome. She calls herself a spacecraft dressmaker. And this lady, she began her career as a seamstress after her family immigrated to the U.S. from Vietnam. Her experience behind a sewing machine has informed how she makes thermal blankets. Very, very cool. I think, and I just wanted to highlight these people and the work they do. It's very important. Also, it involves sewing, so I just think that's super cool. I mean, I don't know. Oh, sorry about that. That was the microphone. And that's today's poll question, actually. So if you want to take the poll question, hold on a second. Let me see if I can find this. Anyways, let me find... Okay. For some reason... Okay, one of the other photos I have is just not really... I don't know. It's not really working out very well. Let's see here. Anyways, yeah, I don't know. This photo... Yeah, this photo is not showing up. But let me find... Let's see here. Oh, and I'll take this moment to show the results of the Black Friday poll. Okay, or maybe not. You know what? Hold on a second. I forgot to put that photo in. I know not a lot of you had time to take the poll question on Friday because it's only 2 days later, but we did have a few responses, so I thought I would share those with you. Give me just a second here. Anyways, how was your Thanksgiving? How was your holiday if you celebrated? And also, did you get any Black Friday deals? Like, if you guys got anything good, let me know, because I think that would be really awesome. I know a lot of you said a few of you said you took advantage of that really cool Brother 1034D serger Amazon deal of the day, which is amazing. So if you did, congratulations, because that's just totally awesome. And if you want to know, I do have a few videos about that serger if you are interested. If you're actually interested. I don't know if you are. Okay, so here is the results from the Black Friday poll. What are you hoping to score on Black Friday? So a lot of you said fabric. That seems to be and that makes sense. You might already have a sewing machine. You probably already have a lot of supplies, so fabric is something you're looking for. So 5 of you, or 45%, said fabric. 27%, or 3 people, said notions and supplies. 18% too said sewing and quilt patterns. 1 of you, 9%, said a sewing machine / serger, and I just threw in Thanksgiving leftovers just to be weird. And nobody wrote that. Nobody, I guess, voted for that, but, you know, I'm sure everyone had some Thanksgiving leftovers. So if you did cook for Thanksgiving, what did you cook? We got Kathy from Buffalo. Kathy, hello. I'm actually from Lancaster here. Are you around there? We got Terry O. We've got Empress Noel. So lots of folks joining us today, and yeah, so if you haven't taken the poll question yet, I'm going to show you how you can do that. It's very easy. Okay, so I'm actually going to go to my own live stream. That's going to be fun. Hold on a second. I'm also going to put on the chat. So yeah, we got a few folks joining us from all over the world. You know, this show really is out of this world. I know this is super cheesy. And yeah, so we're having some fun. And so yeah, if you want to take the poll question, all right, I'm going to show you how to do it real quick. Okay, so this is the live stream here. So if you click on, there's a little eye in the top right hand corner, and it'll link some videos that I recommended, and it will also link to the poll question. Oh man, you know what? I forgot my poll question. I actually meant to change the poll question. But that didn't work out, so you can still take the Black Friday poll. Okay, but that means there won't be any results for next week because I've already shown them. And it was all fake. I meant to say the poll question was going to be like, would you want to work for NASA? But that didn't work out. I don't know, my live streaming this week has been kind of hit or miss. Anyways, thank you guys so much for tuning in. But let me show you the NASA stuff. Okay, so this is the Jet Propulsion Laboratory website, and I just thought this was so awesome. So here's part of the team. This is Clara, Wendy, Lien, Mark, and Richard Okay, does that actually say Richard the guy's name is Richard Frisbee? Okay, I'm going to have to Google that later. So those are the people that work in the shop. That's some of their space stuff. So I just thought this is like a sample board of the materials. And I guess this is like a stocking. That looks kind of... That as a Christmas stocking is pretty awesome in itself. So if you want to read more about this program and more about what these fine folks do, I've linked the NASA website in the description box. And I just think it's really awesome whenever someone who sews is highlighted. I just need to share it. So very cool. And Lien Pham also does, okay, so she uses a commercial sewing machine designed for thick materials such as denim. She mentions a walking foot, and it cuts our sewing thread automatically. We also use a variety of hand tools like a measuring scale, scissors, surgical scalpels, hole punches, a heat gun, leather punch, and weight scale. That's pretty hardcore. What do you enjoy about this work? She says, most people don't see the end of a project. They just do their part and it moves on. I like blanketing because I'm able to contribute to a project from beginning to end. On the Mars Science Laboratory, I was one of the last people to touch the spacecraft before launch. I was one of the last to touch the Curiosity rover that carried it to Mars. We had to install the last thermal blanket called the windbreaker before sending the mission off to Mars. Very awesome. She was asked, do you sew clothes for yourself? I still sew for my kids as a hobby. For example, my eldest daughter is getting married next year, and I'm spending a lot of time on bridal dresses for her and her bridesmaids. That's so neat. And it says any advice for someone who's interested in space and JPL but doesn't necessarily have a science or engineering background. How awesome. So like, even though you don't have to be a rocket scientist to work at NASA, you can do things like so. Work hard and keep an open mind. It's never too late to learn and take classes. There are a lot of people at JPL who didn't start in science or engineering, but almost all of them have the drive to learn new skills or search for training. Such good advice, and I wonder, is this lady on Instagram? Because if she is, I would very much like to follow her. I think that'd be pretty cool. So anyways, I just wanted to share that with you. There's, you're welcome to check out the article, and the NBC News video is pretty cool too, so be sure to get that one. Anyways, yeah, so we're having some fun today. Hello, hello, hello. And I'm really excited because okay, so, yeah, I've been having all kinds of, my filming, I don't know, somebody doesn't want me to film, I guess. So I have this thing called a ring light that helps, it's very flattering to your face because otherwise I would look really bad. But a piece broke off, so I was going out to Walgreens to get crazy glue. And I found so I had to get some eye makeup remover as well. But I found this, like, lip balm. It's Wet and Wild, and it was like the part of the last chance sale. It was $1.69. And so far I kind of like it. I like the color, and it was $1.60. That's the part I like about it the most. But I may be changing up my lipstick a little bit. When I'm not wearing makeup, I tend to look kind of homeless. So I try for you guys. I really do try to not scare away the children. So, but yeah. So, okay. Oh wait, Snow Bunny. I'm so sorry. I thought you were in Las Vegas. Okay. So Vic, okay, there's a Pasadena in Newfoundland too. All right, Stephanie, okay, you're going to share your Black Friday. Let's see what Stephanie got for Black Friday. She got fabric, notions, and a nice lamp. It was late in the day, though, after work. I'm not getting up early. Yeah, who wants to get up early for that? I don't know. All right, Snowbuddy 426 got fabric notions and patterns. I may get a serger, not sure yet. I need to figure out how to set up all this in my room. Isn't that the million-dollar question? How are you going to fit all this into your space? Like, I think, and actually, I just shot a video about some storage and organizational stuff. I'm also going to be doing an updated video of my sewing space soon, because there's been some big changes, so I really need to do that. But there's some things in the works. So anyways, for everybody watching, thank you again, and I really enjoy doing this. Okay, and apparently YouTube is telling me I'm not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming, so you guys may be experiencing some buffering. Okay, now it's, alright. YouTube is so crazy, and you're probably aware of this. I know Vic is because she messaged me last night on Instagram. Thank you, Vic. That I accidentally went live twice without knowing it. And apparently I heard through the grapevine that you guys had a very nice chat with a black screen and no audio. So if you were in that chat session, thank you for being patient. I'm so sorry about that. So when I have to do some prep work for these shows. Like, I put in some photos, I do the poll question, and this week I'm starting something new where I'm going to highlight some of your photos from Instagram. So if you'd like to be involved, I'll share that with you a little bit later. But I was working with OBS, the software I'm using to stream this now and do all these like graphics and stuff, and YouTube, and I accidentally hit some button and went live. So the solution to that is, in between the actual live shows, I just need to set my YouTube streams to private, so at least if it does happen, you guys are not spammed with like, she's live now, but there's nothing here. I'm really glad I didn't have my webcam plugged in though, because you would have seen me in my underwear, and that would have been really embarrassing. So yeah, and the microphone I use this microphone called the Blue Yeti. It's right here. And my husband and I kind of share it, so he uses it for gaming as well on PlayStation, and then of course I use it for the show. So we sharing is caring, So yeah, so I didn't have the microphone, so that's why there was no audio, and the webcam, because I'm paranoid, I do unplug it in between live streams, because there is some scary stuff happening on the internet, like with those like Amazon Alexas and the Google or the Amazon Echoes and the Google Home and stuff. Like, I don't know. I don't want these things recording my conversations and then reporting it to the NSA. So that would be kind of bad. But anyways, if that was you and you were wondering what was going on, yes, that was a mistake. And I'm going to say I can't promise it won't happen again because there's a chance it might, and I don't want to like set myself up for failure. So, okay, all right, we got a couple more comments. We've got, wants to learn. I took my 4-year-old grandson to the Science Museum. Oh, cool. I got a good deal on renewing my membership. No shopping and the craziness for me. Yeah. Yeah. Snow Bunny, well, that was funny. I'm glad you found it amusing and not super annoying. So hopefully nobody found that too jarring. Rosalique is here. Hello. I got some fabric and indie patterns I wanted to try out. I also got the trial Craftsy membership. Oh, and I did. Okay, so obviously I'm in the news business, and there was a, I need to show this to you. So let me try to see if I can find this. So this guy, okay, so this guy works as a reporter in Indiana, named Josh. Let me see, Josh, WNDU. I don't know if you saw this video, but basically, every year, obviously, news stations and news networks have to cover Black Friday. So the typical thing to do is to send them out to like a mall or a store where people are camping out, and then they you know, document the craziness and all that. But I've noticed fewer and fewer people seem to be going Black Friday shopping. In fact, this year, I guess over half of everybody decided, you know, was going to online shop instead. So this guy went viral because he's the Black Friday reporter, right? So they send him out, and he was like, I got up at 3 a.m. and he went to like a mall and there was like nobody at the mall. So the station is WNDU in I think South Bend. I want to say South Bend, Indiana. But this guy, you need to check it out. I will send you a link. I'm going to actually put it in the chat here. If you want to check it out, it's freaking hilarious. So this guy is like, he's like at the mall and he's keeping it real. Joshua is not holding back on his feelings about Black Friday. So of course this ended up going viral, and you know, he got his, and I actually did tweet at him, because I remember working as a producer on Black Friday, and the thing is, like, you have to drive around to, like, try to find, like, so you'd go to, like, a Target or, like, a Best Buy or whatever, and then you'd be like, oh, there's not enough people here, so you drive around and try to find a place that actually had some folks out there to talk to, because when you're doing your morning live shot, you need to have some people in it, typically. So this guy, I don't know, it's kind of hilarious. If you haven't seen it yet, check out the link because it's really fun. It's really funny, and I'm glad this guy is getting his 15 minutes. He works in South Bend, Indiana, so he could definitely use a job in a bigger market, and I'm sure maybe this will help him get there. I also think he should start a YouTube channel. I think he should definitely. He has a really cool personality. So if you haven't checked that out, it's quite funny. And, anyways, I hope okay, yes, I am still alive. Okay, for some reason, yes, yeah, I don't know. I don't know where we're going here. Oh, I still do have our if you haven't checked it out yet, we've got our Black Friday deals going on here. So there's lots of Black Friday deals and Cyber Monday deals happening in the sewing and quilting world. So if you haven't checked this out, I do have a link on my site, sewingreport.com, and I've tried to round up some of the, best deals I have found. And actually, there's one that I wanted to share that's not on this list. I didn't really have enough time to put it on, and this lady, I didn't want to overwhelm her. So there's a woman, she operates a business called Fashion Sewing Supplies, I believe. Let me see if I can look it up here real quick. Fashion Sewing Supply. And she sells the best interfacing. So if you're looking for interfacing, fashionsewingsupply.com. The woman who runs it, her name is Pam, and she is having a Cyber Monday sale, I believe starting tomorrow. She was going to start it earlier, but she was in some sort of accident, which is very sad. So she's still recovering. But if you haven't ordered for interfacing from fashionsewingsupply.com, this is not an endorsement. I'm just a fan. She's also a small business, and I just think that she, you know, I think her whole story about she makes shirts professionally and stuff, but I do think that her interfacing is amazing. And okay, it says at this time we are shipping to USA only residents. Sorry, people outside the USA. And also for wants to learn Kathy, she is in Alden, New York. So a while back, I sent her this like crazy long email just expressing my buffalo roots. I didn't hear back from her, but hopefully she got the email. And I've ordered from her before, and she's just very cool. So let me see if they posted information. They're on Facebook. And I forgot what... Okay, so the Cyber Monday sale... I'm not really... Okay, she has discounted her interfacing by 17%, which is actually pretty cool for her. So if you're looking for interfacing, she also... I think I also bought some notions from her. She sells, like, buttons, and she sells some really neat, like, elastics, so I got some of that, too. So, anyways, yeah, that's going on. Okay, so Rosa Leek says she has bought interfacing. Yeah, and apparently, like, everyone who... I guess a lot of seamstresses buy interfacing straight from her. And I guess she's very well known for interfacing, which is very cool. So I'm pretty excited about that. So if you are looking for some good interfacing, now is the time. Don't wait. Cyber Monday's happening. But yeah, so she's been posting on Facebook. Her name is Pam Ernie. I'm probably pronouncing her name wrong. Pam Ernie. But she's in Alden, and I actually used to go to church in Alden. So I know a lot of people in Alden, and I've spent a lot of time there. Alden, New York, yes, it's sort of like a rural part, like a more rural country part of Buffalo. And I'm actually from Lancaster, which is more like I would say it's a suburb of Buffalo, but it's like very preppy. So that's where I'm from, and I'm like there were no Asian people in my hometown. Like, so I was an oddity. I think there was another girl named... So there's a girl at my church named Joy, and she was also adopted in Korean. And then there was another girl at my school named Katie. But everyone thought we were just one person. Like, so people would call me Joy or Katie, and I guess they would call them, some of them Jennifer. So literally, I think there were only like... I'm trying to think. In my hometown, I think there were only like maybe 5 Asian people total. There was like also a Chinese restaurant called like... What was the Chinese? I don't remember what the Chinese restaurant... It was something like, it was something like... I don't know. It had like a very like... Oh, it was called like Oriental something. But yeah, so there were not very many Asian people in my area at all. And I kind of wanted to make some videos just talking about that on the other channel I've got, Jen Talks Forever, so I may do that. And I do want to start making some videos about discovering my Asian roots, because it's been a lot of fun. I went to a Korean grocery store. If you don't follow, okay, let me show you so I've started posting some, and I've started to get into cooking. So I'm starting to cook some Korean dishes using like some pre-made Korean stuff like bulgogi, marinade and that sort of thing. But I've started posting some of my cooking adventures and Asian grocery adventures on my newish Instagram account, Jen Talks Forever. Sorry, you cannot see this, but if you're interested in following me there, I'm obviously not going to post the food photos on Sewing Report because that has nothing to do with sewing. But if you want to see what I do elsewise, I know you cannot see this at all, but my handle on the other Instagram account is at Jen Talks Forever. Very obviously that's what I'm doing right now. And, I think it'll be a lot of fun. I also have the new YouTube channel, so I'm going to start posting some cooking adventures. I also bought a new rice cooker, which I like, so I'm thinking about doing, like, a review of it, but kind of doing it in more of an I'll just say an offbeat style. So that's definitely coming. All right, we got a couple more comments. Russell League, that video was funny. The Black Friday report. I'm sorry he had to get up early for nothing though, but it's great that people are less inclined to camp out for dubious bargains. That's exactly it, Russell League. Why are people camping up to save like $100 on a TV, but they're spending a week of their lives doing it? I don't get it. I really don't get it. Oh, but another thing we would do, so my first job was in El Paso, Texas, and I was like the overnight producer. So my shift was 11 p.m. to 8 a.m. and it was a mess. It was a mess. But I was at least lucky to have a Monday through Friday schedule for the first couple of years of my career, which is rare in news. Typically, most people get stuck working the weekends for a good amount of their career. Working weekends, working holidays. So the kind of the must-do live shots were the Black Friday live shots, where you have your reporter camped outside, a Best Buy or whatever and talking to crazy people. And on Christmas, our go-to, so our TV station in El Paso was called K-Fox. I worked there for almost 3 years. And again, that another place where I was like the only Asian person there. There were, yeah, that's another a story for another time though. But our station was next to like a Burger King, a taco, like it was pretty much next door. You would find a Burger King, a Taco Bell, and then there was Walgreens. So every year we would have the morning reporter on Christmas Day go to Walgreens and get all the people that were like shopping, that were really cutting it down to the last minute. And there were tons of people there, which is crazy. Like, why are you waiting until Christmas Day at 3 a.m. to finish your shopping? Because that Walgreens near the station was open 24 hours a day. And, you know, you'd go there on Christmas Day and there's people there doing Christmas shopping at Walgreens. I'm like, are you insane? Like, why didn't you get the stuff done earlier? But so now that you can shop online, I feel like there's no excuse for that. Like, and also I want to know if have you started your Christmas shopping yet? And if so, like what, you know, like how much have you done, you know, and what are your plans for Christmas shopping? My Christmas shopping plans are very light this year. I'm probably going to make a few things, but I don't know. We're just not big on gifts in my family. All right. Terry, Joann's Fleece. Okay, you got Joann's Fleece, jersey, tropical print rayon thread, embroidery floss, batting, and interfacing, all between 60 and 70% off. 1 yard remnants, 60 to 75% off at Walmart. Oh, scuba at $1 a yard. Those are good deals. Terry, you have really slayed Black Friday. Snow Bunny, with my mom getting older, she just shops online for Black Friday. She's a smart woman there. Very smart woman. Tell her I said that. So she won't get hurt by people swarming stuff. And that's, like, every year you also see the people fighting over, like, stupid stuff, like the last, you know, like the last Hatchimal or something. And then you also get, like, the, like, yeah, like someone getting injured. Or there was, I remember covering a story a few years ago where a lady, this older lady was fired from her job. She had gotten in a confrontation with a customer, and the older lady started falling, and so she grabbed onto the customer's shirt and was, like, fired. It was really sad, and this lady, like, lost everything. She'd been working for Walmart for many years. So there's stories like that. Like, some of the stories surrounding the shopping madness in the holiday season can be kind of a downer, and some of these things are just so ridiculous. I don't get it. Jamie's here. Greetings from Tucson. I just got my tree. I'm about halfway through Christmas shopping. Good for you. Need to finish a few sewing projects that will be gifts. Awesome. Stephanie, as I was listening to your show, I just bought my their own beginner sewing machine. Yay. So yes, I've started my Christmas shopping. And Stephanie, what model did you go with? Like, maybe there's other people shopping for kids and maybe they would get a good idea. Vic, not much shopping, but I've been doing a lot of sewing for Christmas. I need to start my Christmas sewing. But I did just get a few subscription boxes to review, and they're really cute. I'm going to be revealing those soon, but it's by a company. I'll link it. So it's this lady, Maxi Makes, and actually she sent me 2 boxes, October and November, and both of those had projects in them that would make great gifts. So if you're looking for a gift, I'm going to link this below. And these things are super cute. So I'm going to be doing a full video, like, unboxing of both of these. So double time here. And I really like the boxes. Like, I know I've tried a lot of subscription boxes. I think these are great. And so this lady Maxi Makes, I guess she used to own a quilt shop, and now she's kind of doing it all online. And she has some really cool videos. She has a YouTube channel as well. Let me see if I can find it here. But I've been emailing back and forth with her, and she's super lovely. Like, very nice lady. She lives in the great state of North Carolina. And she has some really good quilting tutorials and videos. So I'm going to link her below. So if you're in the chat here, her channel name is Maxi Makes. But she's username myquilt, so it's like youtube.com/myquiltshop. And her videos are very good. I think they're very helpful. And the projects she sent me, like in the boxes, they're super beginner friendly. So even if you're a beginner yourself, or if you have a friend you want to gift one to, they're really quick. Like, I really like that these projects are all quick sews, and she made it really easy. And also, all of the subscription boxes come with a video tutorial for that project. She calls it Sewing Lesson in a Box, and I think it's a really great idea. And I also think it's a little bit different than some of the other subscription boxes I've done. Like, a lot of them do include the stuff you need to make the project. She literally includes every single last thing. They're also very easy projects, very quick, and she's got the video. So I think they're very cool, and I'm going to be doing some videos on that soon, and I actually might make those projects as gifts. Stephanie, it's not really a true beginner machine, but the Brother CS60, are there 4 O's? Let's see. Wait. 00001 was reasonably priced and had all of the stuff I wanted them to have on a machine, primarily speed control, since they're, yeah, when there's no speed control, that can be a little, you're like, oh, what's happening? Vic, I'm making a Newfoundland tartan quilt between my husband and I as a gift for us. Oh, that's so sweet. Oh, that sounds lovely. It's my first full-sized quilt, and it's about a king size. Wow, that's huge. Okay, yes, please post a photo. I would love to see your quilt. Terry, I'm done shopping for this year. Terry, I don't know who you are. Are you like Wonder Woman or something? But put some fabric in my stash for gifts for next year. Just crochet and some pot scrubbers for stocking stuffers. We'll decorate. Okay, you have got your life together, Terry. Like, wow. Okay. I don't even have, like, I have nothing done. And you're pretty much finished. That's amazing. Snowbuddy, for my Christmas shopping, I got my mom a cookbook for Mary Berry. And I just finished making her a no-sew blanket. Not sure what else I may make for her, so my holiday stuff is... You guys are really on top of, like, I feel like such a hot mess next to all of you guys. Vic, I'd love a sewing subscription box. Vic, you may want to check this out. I think they're super cute. Oh, and also one other thing about Maxie Makes. You may know her daughter, because quilting runs in the family. And her daughter is Bonnie Christine of Instagram handle at Going Home to Roost. And I'll share, let's see here. So Bonnie Christine designs fabric for Art Gallery Fabrics, so Maxie uses a lot of her fabrics in the boxes. And I'm a huge fan of Going Home to Roost. I think her blog is awesome. I think her quilts are amazing, and I think her fabric designs are really cute. So I actually do have some of her fabrics, and I'm going to share. Okay, so this is Maxie Makes. And yeah, so I got the October box, and she sent me 2. And I just thought they were, honestly, I really like these boxes. So if you're looking for a gift, this might be a good one. But they're just so freaking cute. Like, I can't get over it. So yeah, it says a class in a box, and I really felt like she did an amazing job with making sure everything you need is in there, and also to make it easy. And I also really like that her projects are seriously very, like, they're like the October project is a hexagonal mug rug, and it would seriously take you like an hour to make. Like, it's not anything that's super time consuming, but it looks super cute. And the video is really easy. Like, some of the videos I've seen, some video tutorials aren't as helpful, but hers I think are very, like, very clear and very, like, very complete. I've got a couple more comments. Stephanie says, I am sewing wallets for my mom and sister, a baby changing pad for my sister, and a sewing caddy thing for my mom. Yay for yay for handmade gifts. And that's what we can use our fabric stashes on, right? So that we can justify all of the fabric buying throughout the year. That's what I do. All right, Russell League, we'll be getting presents for the kids and the family. I'm moving away from exchanging Christmas gifts after a KonMari declutter. Realized I have too much stuff. We'll be giving experiences instead. I think that's great. The other thing, you know, and I was even telling someone this, now that Craftsy has gone to that subscription-based model, I think that would make a great gift for someone that, you know, that is into crafting, baking, sewing, and you can get access to all these classes for $10 a month. I think it's a really good deal. So basically for the whole year, you can gift a subscription for $120. So it might be a good big gift, like for like a parent, for a kid, you know, for someone special in your life. Not just the everyday Joe, you know, not for the office holiday Secret Santa thing, but for someone you really like. You could get them the Craftsy subscription. And I know I've talked about this before, and there's a link to the Craftsy website if you are interested. Let's see. Wants to learn, Kathy. I made a quilt top for my granddaughter in the process of making a Batman quilt. Batman. Oh, I love that. All right, that, and not like the cartoon Batman. The Adam West Batman show was the best. for my older grandson. Then I have to quilt them. Nothing fancy, but they're, that's awesome. And you know what? Your grandson is gonna love it. I think that's very, very cool. Let's see, there was some, oh, okay, so this gal is a part of the Sewing Report squad, and I want to start sharing some of your photos. So please tag me in them on Instagram at Sewing Report and use the hashtag Sewing Report Squad. The information is linked below in the description box, but I do want to start maybe getting your stuff noticed. So I want to share one from, this lady is definitely my sewing crush of the week. Liz Williamson. Her handle is at williamson.liz. So Liz is amazing, and I've become kind of friends with her, and she is a cosplayer. She makes a lot of her own clothing, and she made these really sexy panties. Very cute, though. It's the Esme panty by Evie Lelouve, who's also hanging around in the YouTube community, and I have also sewn her lingerie patterns before. They're very easy to follow, and she also sells a lot of really cute stuff in her Etsy shop. So Liz made these panties herself. They're absolutely gorgeous, and she makes so many cute things. Also, her hair, I don't know how she, like, Liz looks like a model, or like a Hollywood actress. She's got that old Hollywood glamour thing going on. Some of her cosplays are really, really cool and inspiring. And she does a lot of really neat, like, couture type sewing. So if you're looking for someone new to follow on Instagram, I would highly recommend Liz. She's super nice. She's from Orlando, and she is amazing. So her stuff is really cute. I like what she's doing, and also I like seeing younger seamstresses. I think it's very exciting for the community. So definitely show some love to Liz. And if you would like to be featured on a future episode of this show, feel free to tag me on Instagram and use hashtag Sewing Report Squad. And if you also find a good sewing deal, I also want to do some of these so cheap things. So if you find a good deal or want to share it with me, or you got like you found something amazing for an awesome price, anything that helps save other seamstresses money, basically, use the hashtag so cheap, and I might share that as well. But Liz, you are my seamstress of the week. Maybe my BAMF for the week. I don't know. So, Liz, thank you very much for sharing that. I think you are, it's just amazing work. And the Evie Lelouve patterns I'm a fan of. She makes it easy for you to make cute stuff, even if you're just beginning with lingerie sewing. I actually need to sew more underwear because I'm still doing I'm still not buying any clothing for myself. I haven't even bought any socks, underwear, bras, anything. But I do, some of my undies are getting a little, so I do need to make some more out of some scrap knit fabric. So that is definitely in the plans. But next year's mission is going to be a little bit different. So I'm going to be sharing that. I know I keep being like, oh, soon. And I'm going to be announcing some of these things soon. I just need to get myself together. And I haven't even done any of my holiday gift stuff or pretty much anything. All right, so we've got Maggie. I'm keeping it easy on myself and gifting movie theater gift cards. You know what? You need to do what makes your life better, and I think if shopping or even the stress of making stuff for Christmas stresses you out, don't do it. You don't have to do it. You can just sew for yourself. You don't need to sew gifts for other people if you don't want to. Because there's nothing worse than feeling the pressure and feeling like you're about to tear your hair out over something that, in the grand scheme of things, really isn't that big of a deal. So if they want handmade gifts, they'll get over it. Don't worry. Vic, I did the donut pot holders for my husband's cousins. Awesome. And put a pair of tongs and spatula with it. That's a super cute idea. So kind of an in the kitchen gift. And also in the Black Friday show, somebody had shared some really cute donut fabric from Joann's. So Joann's does have some really cute food related fabric going on. So anyways, guys, I think I'm going to keep the show a little bit shorter this week because James has to jump on this computer and try to fix some of the massive problems with it. But I will see you guys next week, and I hope to have, and also wanted to share with you, I just shot a video that I'm going to be posting this week called 5 Questions, 1 Take. There's a new seamstress hashtag going around, and it was started by this lady from the channel And So On named Lisa. I don't know Lisa yet, I did start following our Instagram, so I did shoot my version, so I'm going to be posting it hopefully this week, hopefully if my computer cooperates and doesn't, you know, try to kill me or something. I don't know. So if all goes well, I'm going to be answering some random questions here on YouTube, because that's all you wanted, right? Was a stranger talking about themselves on YouTube, yeah. But anyways, thank you guys so much for joining me. And let me know in the comments if you got any great Black Friday deals, and also what your plans are for holiday gift giving. Have you gotten things done? Or are you kind of just starting? Anyways, I'm going to keep this short because I got to jump off the computer, and I also need to finish shooting another video. So I will see you guys next week for another fun live stream. All right, bye guys.